I'm going to demonstrate the authentication and authorization feature for the Grocery Express app. With this feature, all the commands uh, that existed in the system are now behind an authentication and authorization. The only two commands that can be executed anonymously are make customer and make pilot, and those two commands now function as a sign up process for new users that join the system. So if I try to run commands like make store without a login in place, um, I get an error like this that tells me you don't have permissions to execute this command. Similarly, if I run display stores, I'll get the same error. Or display customers. When the system starts off though, it creates a default admin user, a user that is allowed to execute system level change commands like make store, display stores, display customers, things like that, anything on the system level. So I'm going to log in as the admin user. The default username password is admin and admin. So I'm now logged in as an admin user. Now I can run commands like make store. So as you can see now, when I run the make store command, it creates the store and doesn't give me the error I was getting earlier. I'm going to add a few items to that store. As you can see, I could create a store and add 2 items to that store. Now the next thing I want to do is create a pilot or sign up as a pilot. So I'm going to log out of my admin account so that I can sign up as a pilot. So this command now makes me sign up as a pilot. So if I run this command, it's going to ask me for username, password. Uh, so now it has created a pilot account with the username password I provided, and now I can log in with this account in the future when I need to. For now, I'm going to log back in as a actually no, I'm going to create another pilot so I can demonstrate with 2 pilots. Okay, now I'm going to log back in as an admin to create 2 drones and then try to assign the drones to these pilots. So as an admin, I can create drones for the store I created earlier. But the fly drone command is right now restricted to the pilot user. So if I try to run the fly drone command, it's going to tell me I, as an admin, don't have permissions to do that. As you can see, that's what's happening here. So I have to log out from my admin account and log in as a pilot. So I'm going to do that. As you can see, I'm logged in as a pilot that I created earlier, and I'm going to run the same fly drone command. Another authorization feature that we did is one pilot shouldn't be able to assign a drone to another pilot. So if I try to assign this drone to the other pilot that was created earlier, it's gonna give me an error saying you can only assign drones to yourself, which seems right. So I'm gonna assign this to myself as the user I'm logged in as, so it should work. So when I'm logged in as a pilot, I can assign the drone to myself, and that works. Now I'm going to log out of the pilot role, and I'm going to sign up as a customer. Same thing with the customer. If I try to create a customer, it's going to ask me for a username password, which I can use to log in later. I'm going to create one more customer. Okay. Now, if I try to run the display customers, it's going to give me an error because I'm not logged in as any user right now. But I can log in as an admin again to display all the users in the system. I'm going to log back out again. Before that, I'll try to start an order as an admin user just to show that admin user will not be able to create an order. As you can see, as an admin user, I don't have the rights to create an order. The only user that has the rights to create an order is the customer. So I would have to log in as a customer. So I'm going to log in as a customer I created earlier. Now I'm logged in as a customer. I'm going to run the same start order command. Um, yep. So now I create an order for myself. I'm going to try to add an item to that order. Okay. So before that, I'm going to log out as this user and try to log in as the other user. So I'm logged in as the second customer I created. Let's see if I can add an item to the order that the first customer created. I'm trying to add an item to purchase A, which was created by the other customer. So I get an error saying that you can only update orders that belong to you, which seems about right. So I log out again and log in as the correct customer and run the same command. So now when I'm logged in as the correct customer, I'm able to add items to my order. Same thing with the purchase order. So if I log out and log in as the second user, Cherry, uh, and try to purchase the order that the first user created, purchase A, I'm going to get the same error. You can only update orders that belong to you. So I log out and log in as the correct user and purchase the order. This time, as you can see, when I purchase my own order, it works. Uh, so that's the general functionality of the authorization authentication feature. Uh, this is generally handled using a set of resource permissions. We have uh, 4 resources in the system: store, order, drone, and coupons. And we have defined 3 permissions around each resource: read, update, and create. There is also a system level permission, which is only given to the admin user. Uh, and read, update, and create as they sound, do exactly what they say. And yeah, and the permissions against each role are defined in a file, a config file called jas.policy, where you can uh, take a role and assign different permissions with create, read, or update in the config file. This we can change as we need, uh, but the general assignments are right now I demonstrated using the commands earlier. Uh, Apart from this, as I mentioned, a customer should be able to make changes only to his or her own order. A pilot should be able to assign only themselves to a drone. We have also implemented things like that. I think that should cover everything about authentication and authorization. Thank you.